Okay, so what we're going to do first of all is we're just going to look at all the double angle rules. Now before that, we're just going to write down all the rules. So we have sine 2 theta is 2 sine theta cos theta. Cos 2 theta is cos cos, so it's cos squared theta, minus sine sine, which is sine squared theta. That can also be written as 2 cos squared theta minus 1. And you choose this one if you want it to be in terms of cos only. And then there's 1 minus 2 sine squared theta. Now, I always remember that if it's, because the cos 2 theta, the cos is dominant, that's when it comes first, and then that one's the sine one. Okay, now the other thing I just would like to do, so we're going to start with our first equation. So what do we have? We have sine 2 theta equals sine theta. So we're going to look at solving this equation. Okay, so first thing that we do here, we change that to 2 sine theta cos theta equals sine theta. Pen's not going well. Bring that over to the one side. So 2 sine theta cos theta minus sine theta equals 0. And as always, we factorize. Okay, so we create factors. That's sine theta. So you get 2 cos theta minus 1 equals 0. So that means that sine theta is 0. 2 cos theta equals 1. So cos theta is a half. Sine theta equals 0. So that's going to be at 0, 180, and 2 pi. And cos theta equals a half. Well, cos is positive there, and the acute angle there, when you do cos the minus 1 and use the triangle, is 60. So that's pi on 3. So that means that theta would be pi on 3, or it's going to be 2 pi minus pi on 3, which is, if you times that top part by 3, that would be 6. 6 minus pi is 5. So it's pi on 3 or 5 pi on 3. So the solutions are these ones, 0, pi, 2 pi, pi on 3, and 5 pi on 3. Okay, so looking at this one now, we've got cos 2 theta. Now, do you notice that this part here is cos theta? So because that is a cos theta, then when you're changing this here, it's easier just to change that the cos 2 cos squared theta minus 1. So if you go 2 cos squared theta minus 1 in place of the cos 2 theta, then you go plus cos theta equals 0. So it's 2 cos squared theta plus cos theta minus 1 equals 0. This is a quadratic. You could do a couple of things. You could let u equal cos theta and reduce it to a quadratic, or you could just do it as a quadratic and solve it with the causes in there. So in order to do this, this is 2u. You can use the numerous methods that you have, and this would be 1 and 1. So 2u times 1 will be 2u, and 1 times u will be 1u. So if you want to get the middle, which is plus 1u, it'd have to be plus and minus. So this would have to be plus minus 0. So 2u minus 1 equals 0, and u plus 1 equals 0. U is 1 on 2, and u is minus 1. Okay, so that means that cos theta is a half, and cos theta equals minus 1. Cos theta is minus 1 at 180, which is pi. Cos is positive here and here, so that would be 60 for the acute angle. So it's going to be pi on 3 and 2 pi minus pi on 3. When you times that by 3, it would be 6 minus 1. So it's pi on 3 and 5 pi on 3. That's your angle. Okay, so we actually have here these two answers here and also pi. Okay, so the next one. So we now have to look at Okay, so let's have a look at this one now. So we've got the second part of this equation has a sine. So the cos 2 theta, you're better off changing that to 1 minus 2 sine squared theta. So it's 1 minus 2 sine squared theta plus sine theta equals 0. Bring it all to one side to make it a positive. So it's 2 sine squared theta minus sine theta minus 1 equals 0. Factorizing that, you could go 2 sine theta, because that times that gives you this, and 1 and 1. So that would give you, this here would give you 2 sine theta. This is the middle, and 1 times that will give you 1 sine theta. You want to get minus sine theta in the middle, so you want that to be minus, that to be plus. So that means that 2 sine theta, 2 sine theta, so it'll have to be minus plus. 2 sine theta plus 1 equals 0, and sine theta minus 1 equals 0. So sine theta equals 1, sine theta equals 1. Okay, so then you end up with sine theta is minus a half, and sine theta is 1. Sine theta is 1, that would be at 90. Sine theta is minus a half. Well, sine is negative here and here. So it's going to be pi plus theta and 2 pi minus theta. So the acute angle when sine equals a half, so you don't put the negative in because you only want the acute, is 30. And 30 is pi on 6. So it's theta plus pi on 6. Sorry, pi plus pi on 6. 6. And 2 pi minus pi on 6. And of course also the 90 that's up there. So getting a common denominator, that'd be times 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. So you end up with 6 pi plus pi on 6, and 12 pi on 6 minus pi on 6. So you end up with 7 pi on 6 and 11 pi on 6. And theta equals pi on 2 is just pi on 2. So that's your 3 angles.